Hello everybody, it is I, your favorite VTuber Android Airhead, and I'm back with more Ace Attorney. Apologize, episode 4, Tournament Succession. And that is the whole truth of this case. Mason System. Has this been a simulation the whole time? No, probably not. I think this guy is dying. Okay. I'm not a doctor. I think he's dead. In order to understand it myself, I had to know the story of these last 7 long years. Okay, so we're, I guess, recounting some of the cases so far? Yep, this is the first case. This is the one where the poker guy died. Nothing happens by chance. All is connected. There is no such thing as a coincidence. The fact that you are viewing this message is... That's new. Magician's getting shot. Okay, I guess that's connected to Trucy. Now, you stand ready to begin the final chapter of this story. And that is a lady with a book? Will the defendant be found guilty or innocent? Good question. The decision is yours. I choose... If it's that guy, then guilty. What the fuck is happening? October 7th, 10:37 a.m. Write Anything Agency.
Hey, Apollo! Look, on TV! Look! Look!
Yeah, I'm kinda busy.
Whoa, look at that! He's the last Grammary, alright? Amazing! Apollo, you should be watching this!
Ow, 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 what? What? I was writing about our last case in my journal.
Lawyers are supposed to write things in records, Apollo, not journals. And why now? That case was 3 months ago.
That's a good way of, I guess, setting the time.
Hey, it's a long story.
I did a lot, you know. I want to vacuum pack the feel of the moment for later. Like they vacuum packed that guitar in the last case? That's a little literary reference there. Right now, I'm wowing the crowd by figuring out how Lemire disappeared.
That's right. Uncle Valen did that illusion too. But you're missing him on TV right now.
I was just getting to the good part. Suppose I should watch a little TV with her. After all, her father's expecting me to look after her while he's away. What you're now seeing is a rehearsal for the greatest magic show on Earth. Happening right here at our very own Sunshine Coliseum. Sunshine Coliseum? Hey, that's where the Gaviners concert was. Only 3 more days until miracles happen here, right before your unbelieving eyes. Oh boy. One of them is gonna die. Anyway, hey Lava, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Time to experience maximum brain damage. Very likely, one of these people is also probably going to die. Perhaps from brain damage. We'll see. The legendary Troop Grammary is performing for the first time in 7 years. Wait, we're 17 in this game. We shouldn't be living with our parents. Actually, I think Apollo is, Trucy's 15. I believe Apollo is 22, I want to say. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Apollo's like 22. Which is weird to think about, because he really doesn't feel like he's a 22-year-old. But apparently he is, I think. Maybe he's 25, I'm not entirely sure, but I know for a fact that he's like... He's of the age of someone who apparently passed law school. I think. Don't quote me. Actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, I don't know how old Apollo is. So, yeah, it's probably the right age. He could potentially be someone's guardian.
That's going to be great! I'm so there! You and Daddy are coming too.
The legendary Grammaries. Trucy's real father were still alive. He'd be on that stage performing miracles.
I've got the tickets and everything. Here's yours, Apollo.
Magic show ticket received. Okay, but is it a magic show ticket or is it a magic show ticket? I just realized on the back of that little altar back there, that's probably a picture of Trucy's father. And he's got like a club's little coat pin where she has a diamond one. Apollo is 22 years old at the start of Apollo Justice. Okay. He's also 15 years old during a certain flashback segments that investigate Phoenix Wright's past, which I'm guessing will be this case because that hasn't happened yet, and they were absolutely going to get to that eventually, so like, yeah. So Apollo's 22, but the game presents him like he's 15. He does seem kinda young, I agree, yeah. Ah, you are here, working hard or hardly working? Oh, it's Phoenix, okay. Oh, you're here, working hard or hardly working? Hey, how you been?
Hi there, stranger. Not exactly the kind of greeting I'd want to hear from my own kid.
Though he has been gone a long time. How goes it, Trucy? Here, I got a present for you.
Yay, pudding! I love pudding. Ooh, it's farm fresh, right from the pudding tree. And not just one pudding, but 3 whole cups. I'll have to pace myself.
Yeah, don't get drunk too early there, Trucy. This game makes its age-related. This game and its age-related shenanigans make me believe someone has barely hidden thing for age gap stuff. Maybe. I mean, there was also a thing in the old games, or I shouldn't say the old one, the original trilogy, where Phoenix was. Let me think. I think Phoenix was 24, Maya was 16, and Mia was 32, 28. It was some big gap between the two, but yeah, that... Huh. Fuck, how old were they? Because I know Maya was... No, wait, no. Phoenix was 24, Maya was 17, and Mia was 31? No, wait, that feels wrong. Fuck, how old were they originally? He sounds like the book wizard thing from Star vs. Force of Evil. Forgot his name, but I remember he was really into pudding. Pudding is an oddly common trope. But to be fair, I mean, I like pudding. I think pudding's pretty cool. Well, I'm beat.
That's right, Daddy. You're on a top secret mission. You've got to take it easy with the secrets, you know.
Alright, you are. So, you still can't tell us what your mission is? Maybe it is time. It has something to do with you anyway.
Huh?
With me?
Ooh, maybe you're getting a top secret mission too. Maybe you can be one of those guys. A spy.
Can't I just be a defense attorney? To be honest, telling you about the mission was my whole reason for coming here today. What? Tell me. You've heard of the Juris system, yes?
The Juris system?
That's right. The new legal system everyone's talking about. Have you heard of it, Apollo? Are we going to have an actual jury as opposed to a bunch of various evidence pieces?
Huh?
Maybe? Apollo, how would you not know about it? Maybe not as many people are talking about it as I thought. Yeah, pudding is up there with cream cheese and ice cream in terms of being absolute dog shit. What? I think pudding's pretty cool. I agree with you on cream cheese, though. Cream cheese sucks ass. But ice cream, I think, is pretty good, too. So to clarify, pudding and ice cream, it's actually pretty... I think pudding and ice cream are great. Cream cheese, completely agree, sucks. I don't like it. An actual courtroom with a jury and all? Yeah, that's actually crazy for this. At this point, we have gone through almost 4 whole games without a jury. The jury system?
So, Daddy, what's this Juris system thing?
Well, Trucy, do you know what a jury is?
I've heard of it. Isn't that those people who sit in court in those old courtroom dramas? The ones who get to decide if a guy's innocent or guilty? Do you know, Apollo?
Only from TV. It's 12 people chosen from the community, right? Well, they're thinking about reviving that system. They're calling the new system the Juris system. We're gonna have an actual courtroom case in a lawyer-themed game. Yeah, an actual honest-to-God jury courtroom. It's crazy. Practically insanity.
No more doing whatever you like, Your Honor.
Not quite that harsh. The jurists cooperate with the judge. They help analyze the case from different angles. Ah, and there will be only 6 of them under the current proposal, right?
Wow, you know your stuff, Apollo.
Their findings directly affect the verdict. Hopefully, people will start taking the courts a little more seriously now.
I feel like I'm on some kind of educational TV show.
They're lawyers. They're lawyers that don't know what a jury is. Yeah, to be fair, the first game starts off with them asking, like, who the defendant is, and you actually get an achievement if you say yourself. It's called, please hand in your badge. So I think the point of this is mostly just to explain to the audience, because obviously, you know, Phoenix and Apollo should know what it is. But I guess Trucy didn't, but hey, you know, in this universe, apparently that's a crazy concept.
Starring Dr. Wright.
He's not a doctor. Dr. Wright, his assistant, Trucy, and mascot, Apollo. The perfect team.
Mascot? Hey!
So, what is this secret mission? The Juris system is my mission. More or less. Anyway, keep in mind that new ideas like this system are always risky, Apollo.
Too true. Everyone's got an opinion and they just talk and talk and nothing gets decided. Kinda like you, Apollo.
I'm not that bad.
Am I?
In any case, we're going to give it a shot. A test, if you will.
I don't like tests.
This channel is full of educational lessons called How to Not Be a Dumbass. Yeah, mine is like a cautionary tale sort of thing. Where it's kind of like, here's what, like, if you look at me, what not to do, you know? Which granted, hate to say that, but functionally I do mess up quite a bit and things that really shouldn't mess up on. You know, I took offense to that. I mean, I'm okay with kind of being a mascot. Yeah, Apollo, stand up for yourself. Maybe by beating him down, they'll mold him into a stronger version of himself. I'll take a case as a sample and choose 6 jurists. I'll be the one helping with that process, incidentally. Helping? How? You see, I'm going to kill someone, and then I'll be on trial. Well, for one, I'll be chair of the Juris System Simulated Court Committee. The chair constructs the ideal situation, choosing the case, the jurist candidates, and even the judge in the courtroom.
Wow, it's like you have a real job.
Oh, even Phoenix is catching strays there.
Wow, it's like you have a real job.
I was never that good at the piano, to be honest. Recently, you've been very good at demonstrating what poor financial choices look like. Yeah. Look, guys, let me just put this out there for those who don't know. If you, just because you can buy an expensive skill that you're barely going to use, does not mean you should. It will probably make you unable to buy medicine. Okay, Trucy, exactly, what the... Trucy brought that out of nowhere. She's been saving that one up. You can tell, she just... It wasn't even like, oh, well, what do you do? It's like, wow, now you'll have a real job. She's been saving that one. Good God. I was never that good at the piano, to be honest. Once a lawyer, always a lawyer, I guess. The trial's tomorrow, by the way. Don't miss it. The trial simulation, that is.
A simulation, huh? Sounds interesting.
So, what kind of case is the trial simulation about? Well, since it's the first run-through of a new system, I wanted something simple. Yeah, Trucy, do you have some issues with Phoenix? Yeah, like, that's not the kind of thing you say if you, like someone. Trucy might have, like, a hidden dark side to her, you know? I wanted something simple.
Good thinking. No sense wearing yourself out on something too serious.
True. The case is a murder. That's not simple at all!
By simple, did you mean that the defendant is...
Guilty, yes. Most likely. So, good luck, Apollo. With what? The trial tomorrow. You're defending, of course. Recall that I said it had something to do with you.
Go for it, Apollo. It's just a test case anyway. No sweat.
Yeah, but there's still a verdict to be decided. And a potentially serious sentence. The most serious in a worst-case scenario. And the most serious in a worst-case scenario. Ah, you mean the verdict's for real? That's not a test trial, that's a real trial! Trucy the Dark-Sided Magician sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. That, actually, yeah, like, Dark-Sided Magician Girl, Trucy. Like, how are you putting us in the gauntlet? Exactly! What do you mean it's a real trial, but it's also virtual? All the forms have been filed. There's no turning back now. And you could sign them without me? The trial begins tomorrow at 10 a.m. Hope you can make a room in your schedule. Why am I only hearing about this now? And Phoenix is like, well, I usually only have like 10 minutes to prepare for a trial. Probably fine, right? In fairness, you give Phoenix roughly a day to prepare for a trial, he's usually got it in the bag. Partially by luck, but also just by general skill. So hey, you know, for him that would be fine. Though I can almost guarantee, because I'm pretty sure you do play as Phoenix a bit in Ace Attorney 5 and 6. I think to an extent. Hey, Virtual, we need to do this shit on a Zoom call, and if it is, Apollo's gonna show up as a cat, and the judge is gonna be like, I think you have a filter on, and Apollo's like, I don't know what's happening, I'm not a cat. Well, what the hell's Apollo meant to do here? I guess he's meant to win. But hey, you know, I guess throw him in the deep end, that's the way to teach him how to swim. Or drown. One way or another, we'll make it through. It'll be fine. It'll be good. Trust. It'll be great. Ah, yes. There was a change this morning. I picked a new case. I didn't even know what the first case was, so how's it a problem? Something that happened last night. What? Hold on, skip Fallon Grammar for a moment. What do you mean it happened last night, motherfucker? It's not even a simulation at that point! Alright, so what case are you going to use? Just throwing a toddler in Typhoon and expect them to swim out when they've never tried. At the very least, we know Apollo is like an actual lawyer at this point. So at the very least, he has done trials before. But yeah, he should absolutely give him a little more time to prepare. Excuse me, Phoenix, what the hell are you on? Also, what do you mean this that happened last night? You really want to know, don't you? Yes! Of course I do! I mean, I'm gonna be defending, aren't I? If all goes well, then yes. Of course, this is just a test. With a real outcome. We wanted everyone to start without preconceptions. A blank slate, as it were. Okay, that I kinda get. But there's a difference between having a blank slate and just being totally clueless. In my left field, the hell is your problem? Exactly, dude, what the fuck? Whose dumb idea was that anyway? It's Phoenix. I can already tell it's fucking Phoenix. Good God. Phoenix, man, I love you, but what are you doing? Well, mine. Mini chair, remember? Oh boy. Well, this'll work out one way or another. Oh. Well, if you want to know that badly, I suppose I could give you permission to examine the scene of the crime. Yes! Thank you! My brother from another color, you're insane if you thought doing this was a good idea. Exactly! Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Phoenix, what the hell are you on about? Good! That's better. But you can't talk to anyone involved with the case. God damn it. What? Then how am I supposed to defend? You let me worry about the details there. Remember, I'm in charge of this trial. All of it. But you don't want it to backfire, do you? Apollo. If I'm in charge of the whole trial, that means the entire affair is my responsibility. For good or for bad. Just do what you can. And don't worry. I know what I'm doing. You know, Phoenix, I'll trust you. I'm sure you got something in here. But, bro, weird of you to spring this on me now. I'm meant to figure this one out without testimony. Yep, that's gonna be rough. Oh, yeah, something kind of funny, just to bring up in a sec here. I now have a good sensor for if something lewd happens on screen. Not for this game, obviously. Just in general. I've decided to mask anything lewd going on screen with the scariest thing I could find. That, of course, being my old model, which will hide whatever is going on the screen, no matter what. It's just going to be standing there menacingly, and we're going to have to look at it until whatever's happening goes away. Anyway, little public service announcement's gone. Anyway, yeah. Alright. I'd recommend going down to the detention center. Your client's waiting for you. You can ask about the scene there. But you just said I couldn't talk to anyone involved. Oh, you can talk to your client. If you can get her to talk. It's not Maya again, is it? I don't think it would be Maya again, but it might be Maya again. Well, time's a wasting. To be fair, Maya hasn't been accused of a murder yet, so it could very well be her. Or, not again, yet. Well, time's a wasting. Just out of curiosity, what's this about? Hey, Apollo, I know you're all excited about that secret mission. I am. But what about this? The Troop Grammary Grand Magic Show. Huh? Oh, right. The card tricks. They're not card tricks. They're grand illusions. Miracles. The apocalypse. The earth will shake. So what? That's 3 whole days from now. It's at Sunshine Coliseum. Let's go. Let's go today. We can say hi to Uncle Valent. Have fun. What? I can't go by myself. You know I'm not very outgoing. Right. Why not go with her? But what about the secret mission? Oh, don't worry about that. He'll hear all about it tomorrow regardless. I don't trust that smile. He knows something that he's not telling me. Yippee! Now you can take me to the Coliseum. I suppose it wouldn't kill me to pop over there. Girlie, I'm stressed. Yeah, there's an actual sensor on Mr. Gigaform. That shit was funny. Yeah, but it was kind of hard to like stretch it all over the screen and have it work. It was funny, but your older model shall be the worst jump scare than a spider. Yeah, it'll be rough. Actually, wait, I want to see. I should probably like move it to where I'm still on top of it. So let me see if I can like move that in the arrangement. There we go. That's under where it ought to be. Wait, shit, where did I put it? Oh no, where did I put it? Uh-oh. God damn, it's not supposed to be all the way down there. It's... OBS is messing with me a little bit. There it is. Okay, got it. Set, locked, good. Anyway. What the hell is this? Look, now I'm just noticing stuff in my, my OBS timeline thing, or like sources box that I just don't know. They're not labeled, so I don't know what they are. Anyway. We're gonna do Sayu. No. It's fine. I fixed it. No need to call on Sayu. Though, that said, I hate to say it, my tech skills may be worse than Monarch's. Just going by those streams. It might actually be worse. And before you say, how could it be worse? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's get through it. Yeah. I suppose it wouldn't kill me to pop over there. Ah, Gramarye. That reminds me. What is that, a calling card?
What's this, Daddy? Is that Silk Hat the Gramarye seal?
Consider it a birthday present, Trucy.
Thanks! It's great, but today isn't my birthday.
Good point. Okay. What day is it today, Apollo? It said it was October 7th, right? Huh? Today? I think it's Recycle Your Plastics Day. That is Recycle Your Plastics present. Okay, wait, no way Turkish is worse than the same woman who yelled impregnate me as a pink lizard for billions to see. As it would happen, I think she was an albino lizard. I think. But yeah, I remember that bit of Overlord where I was like, bro, what the fuck? Ah! But yeah, that... I just imagine being really excited to like have a voice role in something and be like, yeah, I got casted in something. Then you see that line and you're like, this is either the best career decision I've made or the worst. But yeah.
Yippee! So it's plastic!
I've given up trying to understand them. Much easier that way. So, what is it?
Can I open it, Daddy?
Is it a letter? No.
Huh?
You'll need that envelope someday. Someday soon. Don't open it until then.
Well, why didn't you just hold on to it until then?
Because that would be the logical thing to do. An envelope about the Gramarys, huh? Well, that was cryptic and bizarre. $70? In this economy?
Are you ready, Apollo?
Ready for what?
For what? For the Troop Gramarye Grand Magic Show!
It's not like I'm getting up on stage or anything.
What are you talking about, Apollo? You can't enjoy magic if you're not part of what's going up on stage. I'll lend you my spare costume if you need one.
Huh?
You mean I can't go in this? No.
I think it's more straightforward than that. Huh. Well, good to know. Oh, looky here, a handwritten signature. It says... I can't read it. I thought it was just an unrendered texture, my bad.
That seems odd to me. I mean, is it a signature intended to show ownership? What's the use if no one can read it?
Isn't it enough if you can read it on your own? Going to the right family feels like getting a brain hemorrhage or a hallucinogenic neurotoxin after forgetting your schizophrenia meds. It's certainly an interesting experience. What's funny too is that like normally Phoenix is the straight man as far as the other games go, but in this one in particular he's just a part of the goofballs.
Oh, I never thought of it that way.
That's that is the Gramarye seal. Huh. Well, anyway, we'll get to that later. Let's meet my client, I guess. Anything but straight. Yeah, this is not at all straightforward. October 7th. Yeah, it is October 7th. Alright, detention center visitors room.
That's 20 minutes we've been waiting here. 20 minutes! Maybe I should complain? I'm sure that guard has better things to do than stand there pretending he doesn't see us.
You know, the minute we get angry, the client will show. It always works that way.
Like shouting, "Oh, waiter!" and they're standing right behind you? Oh, guard! Is our client going to be much longer?
What are you talking about? Haven't you already started the meeting yet?
Huh?
Ah! Eek! You know, like when Trucy just said no, Trucy looked just dead forward at the camera, straight his face up. It's like that, it's like that one sprite fucking, from Danganronpa 3, like the one that a lot of them have, where they just like look straight at the camera, they're just like... And it destroys me. I don't know. I think a few different characters have that. Eek! What? Where'd you come from? Well, anyway, please have a seat. That's her sitting? How tall is she? I'm nervous, Apollo. It's the silence. It builds suspense. Why don't you do something, Trucy? You're a magician, aren't you? That's right. Okay. I'm the amazing Mr. Hat. Eek! She passed out! Miss Magic Underwear might have picked a better bet. Might have been a better bet. That's Magic Hippopotamus, Apollo. Yeah, the sprite Maki, Kokichi, Ryoma, Rantaro, and Tenko have. Yeah. That one. I guess we talk to her? I don't know, hi. Well, I'm your defense. I really think it has to be fate, you know? And by fate, I mean destiny. Did you know I'm good with astrology? Tell me, what's your sign? What the fuck are you talking about, Apollo? That she has a Karakuri monster in her back pocket was a mistake. It is a weird thing to just kind of have, but yeah, she's got it. I can tell you mine if you'd like, Apollo. Nope, never mind. I just got carried away there. I seem destined to get difficult clients, it seems. A massive-ass sketchbook. Yeah, what does she have in there? So, what's your name? Paul's anything but a smooth talker. Yeah, he could take a few classes. Oh, right, I'm supposed to introduce myself first. I'm Apollo. Apollo Justice. And I'm Trucy Wright. I know. This is getting nowhere fast. Hey, I know, maybe you can tell us what happened? I'm your defense attorney, after all. Anything out of the ordinary happened lately? Well, the other day, this tourist from out of town stopped to ask me directions. Later, Trucy. I feel like I need to ask directions myself here. Okay, I think we're back. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure if the stream captured my horror at the thing she's trying to give me. But I don't even know what the hell this is supposed to be. What is that? Like, I know I decided I needed the ham, but like, not like that. He keeps forcing the stream to buffer lag. I'm gonna lose my mind. I have no idea what's happening. We'll see, I guess. Let's go, Trucy. Excuse me. Could you read this? Sure. I feel like a teenager on a first date. This is the love letter we passed from desk to desk at school. Stop looking so wistful and read it, Apollo. I might have read that a little more panicked than I should have. It's a business card with a name and an address. The name is Vera Misham. What pun would this be? Is it like Vera Misham? I feel like this. I don't know. Maybe there's something else. The address is for Drew Studio, as in Drew, like, you drew it. Okay, yeah. Vera's card added to the court record. And you're giving me this card because... Well, looks like we're finished here. What makes you think of Comey from... Oh, yeah, Comey Can't Communicate. Forgot about that series.
I wonder if Drew's studio is the scene of the crime.
Let's go find out. Drew's studio. It's a nice pufferfish. Let's see. What can I tell from this card? Vera Mishamd.
What a pretty business card.
Looks like a postcard, almost. And on the back... just her name.
That seems odd to me.
Huh? What does?
Why write your name on the front and back of the card? Why not use the space in the back for a self-portrait? Or a caricature?
Here, what's wrong? Drew Studio makes me think of Bendy. Oh, yeah. I need to play Bendy at some point. I've heard good things about it.
Then people would remember what you look like, too.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Here, give me one of your cards, Apollo.
She's drawing something.
Hey, my hair's not that spiky.
October 7th, Drew Studio. Wow, this looks like... It looks like a studio. Well, yeah. It's a studio. Apollo, are you really shocked that the place called Drew Studio is a studio?
It's like life imitating art. Or maybe it's the other way around? But the tape on the ground there, it's a bit jarring.
Yeah. Looks like we found our crime scene.
Apollo, look at all those paintings.
Hey, don't touch those.
It's okay, I'm just looking.
Look with your eyes, not your hands. Pufferfish. I barely know her fish. That's probably Momotaro or something.
Huh? Apollo, look at this one.
Was it burnt or something? Looks half finished. You can still see the rough sketch underneath.
But that's odd. The rough part doesn't look like the rest of the painting at all.
It's like an oil rig or something. Like you can see like the lines on a construction beam. So apparently her name is a pun for how she's a very literal sham. Apparently Vera means truth, so her name is a joke for truthful sham, which is ironic for someone with Drew associations. Huh. Honestly, with the name Sham is probably really unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, good point. That is odd. Drew Mishim's paintings added to the court record. So Drew is the guy who was killed then?
All the paintings have a really different style, too. Ah, I thought I might find you two here. Oh, it's Emma. Thought I might find you two here. Emma, a long time no see.
Oh? Seems like I run into you far too often. I bet I know why you're here, too. You know about the trial simulation tomorrow? I've heard about it, sure. So Mr. Wright chose you, We don't even know what the case is about. Well, he was killed. The artist who owns this studio, that is. Mr. Drew Misham, yep, he's the victim.
Misham.
And his daughter was put under arrest. I'm glad the Deepwater Horizon rig incident isn't canon to this universe. It isn't a simulation, damn it. It kinda is, but it also isn't. Yeah, we just saw her at the detention center.
It was funny, though. She seemed more like a victim than a kind of person who could She She seemed more like a victim than the kind of person who could commit murder. You don't say. Not even by poisoning. That's how it was done, you know. What if he used a lot of lead paint and got poisoned by himself? Poisoning is a common way to get the job done when the murderer is a woman. Poisoning? Or as they say in the French, poissonning. This is a real trial that's getting sugar-coated. But what if it's in a computer? Then it's still real, technically, but it's, you know, it's a simulation, kinda. Poisoning? Anyway, Mr. Wright told me you'd be coming. Feel free to take a look around. I'll just be over here with my snackoos. We can't talk to anyone related to the case this time around. Which means we better find out as much as we can here at the scene. Or else. I'm curious about the painting that's behind this thing. Hey! There's a painting hidden back here! Hey, you're right! What if it's embarrassing somehow and he didn't want anyone to see it? You certainly seem pleased by the possibility. Yup, it's the painting that was... Alright, okay, that's interesting. Huh. It's so normal. That's hardly something to get mad about. Huh? What is it, Apollo? Well, doesn't this painting look like... Never mind. No, it looks like the other painting we already saw. I'd better get a professional opinion on this. Hidden painting added to the court record. You don't even need a professional one, just look at it. Apollo, look at this painting! You can see the rough sketch! Oh, I think it was only half completed. Huh? That's funny. Do rough sketch and the finished painting look totally different to you, too? They do, actually. What's that all about? Hey, Apollo! This painting! I know it! Huh? Really? It's that story where the old woman is doing washing in the river, and this giant peach comes floating down. Floating down. That might possibly be the strangest thing I've ever heard. Oh, I should check the back of the other one. So on one half we have an art studio. On the other half we have the Joker's laboratory. Or Riddler or whatever. What's the most embarrassing thing you've done on camera or on stream? On stream, Good question, honestly. I would say during the final boss fight of FF7 Rebirth, getting the elements wrong for the boss fight that I have been, mind you, using the entire game to that point, and I just mixed it up. I was like, whoa, what's happening? Why isn't this working? Because I got it all mixed up. That's not great. That I spent like 70 hours in that game and I still got it wrong somehow. This is just Dr. Freeze if he was broke in his own home. Dr. Freeze if he decided to take up painting as a hobby. Eek, Apollo! That's where the body was! That's the spot where Mr. Drew Mission passed away. He put the coffee mug to his lips, and the next moment... And there's quite a bit of paint on the ground. See that half-painted painting there? He must have been working on that right up to the moment he died. Wow! A true artist to the end. Or maybe he started it a year ago and was procrastinating. You faced a horrible case of Let's Player disease. Yep. I got very, very stupid very quickly. Not to say that I'm usually particularly smart, but like... That was not a good point for me.
Let's take a closer look at this desk here. This envelope has been opened and resealed.
Oh, I know how to do that. Take a pot of boiling water and hold the envelope up to the steam. The glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh?
Whoever did this wasn't so delicate.
You're right.
Looks like they just ripped it open and stuck it back together.
Huh? Postmark on this letter is from 7 years ago.
Why would someone open a letter then seal it again? Better hang on to this. Dear Drew Misham, yeah, that's the address. Airdropped it from his average of 20 in his instats to a 2, and then, yep, that's what happened. I got very dumb.
Apollo, look! It's been opened once here.
You're right. I wonder if there's some way we can see what's inside.
Should I try to get it open and then stick it back shut?
Let's not tamper with the evidence, shall we? I've got a better idea.
Emma, let's ask her.
There's that, there's a book, there's a picture. So this is Drew Misham. Or Drew Misham.
And this little girl must be Vera.
Yes, they took that some years ago. They look close. A happy little family. Until you arrested his daughter.
Ah. Look, I was personally against that, okay? She just didn't seem very suspicious.
Scientifically speaking. Uh-huh. Right.
Oh, cute! Look at the tiny frame, Apollo.
Tiny is right. That thing's barely 2 inches high. What picture would fit in that? Picture of your dick? Oh! No, really. Yeah.
Not apparently. It's empty.
There's no glass in it either. What's it doing sitting on this desk?
This is a lesson for us all. Be sure to check the size when you buy frames.
Yeah? He's pointing at something. Think about the way that figure is posed.
I've seen that pose before. It's you, Apollo. See, you're making one of your flamboyant gestures.
Please, I'm a professional. I wonder why it's posed like that. Coincidence? I'll check the pen and then I'll leave.
Hey, Apollo, what's this feather thingy?
Isn't that a pen? Like an old-fashioned quill pen? As a person in these glasses, she's very right. Yeah, choosing the right frames is very important.
But it doesn't have a pointy end.
That was most likely for sweeping detritus off the desk.
Wow, you sure know a lot, Emma.
Oh, then scientific. That's my motto. Exactly what about that was bold or scientific? Alright, and the book. What is this? Is this a journal?
Wow, talk about a clue. Let's read it. What is it, Apollo? He didn't write the name of the killer, did he?
It's new. He didn't write a single line. What if we hold it up to a fire and it's all like done in lemon juice or something? Invisible ink, as they call it. I bought frames as I grew out of them and can't afford new ones, so everything is now stuck in 180p resolution for me. Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. But hey, at least you can still see. Pointing to this, I think.
What is all this equipment for? It doesn't look very artistic, really.
He had everything from a lathe to a laser cutter. Looks like he was ready to work on metals and wood, too. Though his equipment's a bit old, to tell the truth. Why would a painter need all this? From the dust, I'd say he hasn't used this stuff for years. This corner doesn't fit with the rest of the studio.
Oh, and do you think I could borrow this? I want to cut a quarter in half to make a trick coin.
This is a crime scene, Trucy.
But these cost like 50 bucks at the magic shop.
So, for half a quarter, you're paying 50 bucks. I failed to see the logic. I guess you're paying more for them to cut it in half than the actual quarter, but still. I need everything to be really close for me to see clearly. Yeah, that probably sucks the most. Gotta stop inhaling water. Alright. Is this desk for painting, Apollo? It's more probably for, like, drafting plans? That would be a drafting table.
Drafting?
Basically, it's a tool for making precise diagrams.
Wow, painting is harder than I thought.
Why would a painter need a drafting table? Is he an architect too? All the science stuff. Okay, what about this?
Look at all these paints, Apollo. There's so many. He's got like 20 kinds of red.
20 Kinds of Red would be a great name for a band. The penny was discontinued for the exact logic. If it costed 2 pennies to make one in return, so it just ended recently. Yeah, I heard about that. Which ironically means that in the future, pennies will probably be worth more than 1 cent because they're rarer at this point.
We could repaint your suit, Apollo. How about this shade of green?
That'll be enough of that, thanks. Oh. I guess this is a mailbox. The letterbox looks funny sitting inside a room like this. Let's take a look. Empty. The other half of that letterbox is actually connected to outside of the studio. Anyway, 50 Shades of Grey at home. Pulls out 2 shades of red. Yeah. And the postman took them away.
Impressive that someone still writes letters in this day and age.
Or wrote, rather. I already clicked on that. I wasn't paying attention. Whoops. Yep. Where's the coffee? Ah, that's a victim's coffee mug.
Aha! So the poison was in here.
Don't drink it, Trucy.
This may be my first time seeing a real poison mug of coffee.
As opposed to, like, a fake one? How many fake poison cups of coffee have you seen? I would hope so. Trucy, I swear to God, she's a little dumb, but she's got the spirit. Poison coffee? Not exactly, actually. What do you mean? No traces of poison were found in the coffee.
What? What?
You'll have to figure that out. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself. I'm officially not on your side, after all. I imagine this coffee cup was for guests to use. Guess? Did the police arrive already and analyze this cup too? Not a trace of poison was found on that cup. So the killer was after Drew Misham alone. Let's see. What about this bucket? I wouldn't mind taking a closer look at those paintings. The abstract one. I just love oils. You know how they're so thick? Is that the word? These paints are all dry. I'm just surprised at how different these all are. I pulled a you and failed the big task. Cracked an egg and badly, it's everywhere. Oh, I hate when that happens. Yeah. I guess just aim for the bowl if you can. Ooh. Yeah, and what's going on with this half-finished one? Must have been a work in progress. You can still see the rough sketch below. That's what's so weird. The sketch part doesn't really fit the finished parts. We got that, yeah. I noticed. That is weird. Guess we can talk to Emma. Or, you know, just go to Sunshine Coliseum like we planned. Where someone will probably die. So this, Drew Misham was some kind of artist? Apparently. Did a lot of illustrations for books, I hear. Had a lot of female fans too, for what it's worth. Oh? Well, I guess his stuff is kinda pretty. Like that oil painting over there, for instance. Yeah. That wasn't one of his illustrations, actually. Huh? So it was a standalone painting or something? Is that what she means? He was an odd bird, Misham. Hadn't shown his face to anyone until the end. Actually, I've seen this case before. I know who the killer is. Yeah, please don't say it. We'll see who it is. If anybody. What do you mean to anyone? He was always locked up here in this studio, apparently. His only connection to the outside world was through letters he'd put in that letterbox there. Letters? Do people still write letters? What do you mean, Apollo? I mean, when was the last time you wrote a real letter? Don't most people use email and stuff these days? Not Mr. Misham. Couldn't stand technology, it seems. He did everything by mail. Maybe he thought that way was more artistic, you know? In any case, the only person besides him allowed in here was his daughter, Vera. Oh, you mean the killer? The suspect, please. We took some fingerprints, of course. The only ones found in the room were Mr. Misham's and Vera's, basically. Basically? Actually, last night, Mr. Misham gave an interview to a reporter for the first time. It happened during the interview, apparently. His first interview ever? Ooh. Could you tell us a bit more about what happened the night of the murders? So this woman, Vera, she's Mr. Misham's daughter, right? Yep, a real sickly girl ever since she was little. Hardly ever went outside. She did kind of give off a withdrawn sort of aura. She was homeschooled by her father, apparently. It was quite a scene when they took her to the detention center. She was screaming about how she'd die if they took her outside. Huh. Me too, girl. Me too. That does sound like a scene. In the end, she agreed to leave if she was allowed her good luck charm for company. Her good luck charm? Her sketchbook? Apparently, she has this charm that magically gives her the courage to go outside. Why can't I ever get a normal client? Wrong series, dude. For some reason, I am tired. I'm not gonna stop the stream yet, but man, I'm getting a little loopy. I can always, generally I can get a second win if I just powered through it. But like, I just need to power through for a moment and I'll be fine. And I'll be good for the rest of the thing. Is Hikikomori cancellation charm? Pretty much, yeah. She just kinda, she refuses to be a shut-in if she just has her special thing, which I'm guessing is the sketch pad. But why would a shut-in daughter kill her own dad? Don't look at me. So about the poison, it was found to be in his coffee, right? No, it wasn't. No, not precisely. Then where was it? Not precisely? What does that mean? It means see for yourself, I think. Like I said, last night was the first time someone from the outside came into the studio. I think that reaction is the secret mission is what did you in. Yep. Probably. Oh boy. Why must I always not sleep on... or not sleep well right before a Sunday thing? God damn it. Alright. I guess mysterious painters who never go outside make for good articles. And it just so happened that he died the night of his first interview. At around 9 o'clock p.m. every night, Vera always made him a cup of coffee. Last night he drank his usual coffee and suddenly became violently ill. And then died? Okay. Water can keep me awake. She poisoned him on the night of his interview? Wouldn't the reporter see? He wasn't near Mr. Misham when she brought her father this coffee. Which again begs the question, how did she kill him, theoretically? Because that's still a thing we gotta ask. You can't just say like, oh, dead, and not be like, okay, well, how dead? How did it happen? Supposedly, that's why she didn't notice until he was there. It was the reporter who called the police, in fact. Wait, but why is she the suspect? If anyone is suspicious, it's the reporter. Yet the reporter never got near Mr. Misham's coffee. Even Vera acknowledges that. Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter. Don't we all? Forensic science. I bet Emma could help us out here. Don't forget, flattery will get you everywhere with her, Apollo. Huh? What are you two whispering about? Well, I was thinking... I mean, what is it we always do when we run into you at a crime scene? What is it we always do scientifically? Ah, you know me too well. Okay. Okay, meaning we can get... scientific now? Oh, I suppose. Just this once. Bring me anything you find suspicious and we'll check it out. Such as, but not limited to... Actually, wait, what is the deal with this thing? Nothing on the bottom of it. We know this probably isn't the signature that's on the picture. Not that, this.
Hey, look there! That stain doesn't look so healthy, Apollo. That must be the Blue Mountain of stuff we've been hearing about.
Something tells me that even Blue Mountain coffee isn't this blue. No, this stain is probably, Better ask Emma. Better E-Quest Emma. Instead of Better Call Saul. You know? Oh, I guess technically we're the lawyers in this, so... Emma, about this mug? There's a pale blue, residue on the rim. Yes, well, it's just a rumor. But I've heard there's a kind of coffee called Blue Mountain, goddammit. I'm pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma. Right. Okay, you got me. That's left over from my testing spray.
Forensic science? I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma.
It's not a hobby.
So, what kind of scientific stuff were you up to?
This spray, that's what it is. That's what. It turns blue when it touches poison. Getting wobbly. Alright. So the poison that killed the victim was on this thing? That's right. See? It wasn't in the coffee. The killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself.
Wow! Science is amazing!
It certainly is helpful. Maybe Emma'd be willing to help us out a bit more. You should try buttering her up, Apollo. They say flattery will get you everywhere. It's certainly not worth talking to her. It's certainly worth talking to her a bit more. About poison analysis. I was afraid you would go there. See, this solution is used to test for atroquinine. Want to at least go for another, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe? Atroquinine, the deadly poison found in the autopsy. Uh-oh. I know that spark in her eyes. It's getting excited. Best tread lightly. It's one of the most virulent poisons, but it is absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. That doesn't sound that slow. Oh, and guess what? Recent research has shown that's fine, really. We don't need to know all the gory details.
I think I get it. You just spray the stuff on something you want to test, right?
Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace of poison with this.
I want to try too, Emma. Pretty please?
You don't have to ask twice. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course.
Yay! Let's give it a whirl, Apollo.
What are you doing?
I was just seeing if I got a reaction off of you.
How's this for a reaction? Never do that again! I'm not poisonous!
Tell that to those hapless witnesses on the stand.
Let's just get down to checking for real poisons, shall we? Because the pufferfish aren't actually poisonous. I don't know what the thing is pointing to, but it's in this direction. I found that Felix's glow down, his haircut. That's gotta be it, yeah. Considering a lot of poison takes several doses to kill, honestly, it's pretty quick. Yeah, 15 minutes isn't actually that slow. Yeah, it must be a big bottle if I've got it. Yeah, just hand it me and I've got like a gallon for it. Just notice this picture in particular is pretty crooked. Hold on. If I was blood, where would I be? Fuck, I'm running out of stuff. Guesses mostly. Okay. Let's see. I'm not sure if I can stop or not, but does it take multiple sprays? Hold on. What if it's on the painting board? It's not. Okay. Doesn't really seem to be on anything. Nothing suspicious, at least. All stuff I would have thought would have blood on it does not. Or not blood, but poison. I guess I could've just hit the autoplay button since I've sprayed pretty much everything. Too bad, no reaction there. I'm sure Emma checked out all the likely spots. Wait a second. What is it, Apollo? Did you spray that little desk over there? I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know? Let's check it out, just to be sure. Okay, so the solution was for me to back out of it. Aha! It was in the picture frame. There's someone with that one would have been the auto clicker. Yeah. Eek! A reaction, Apollo! Ah! Where? Where? The inside of that cute little frame! Look!
Well, would you look at that? Nice going, Trucy. I'm known to work magic. Never mind that I was the one who found it. Tiny frame added to the court record. Why would the inside of that frame have poison in it? Or on it? It looks like we found the only other place that was poisoned in any case. Let's see, what else can we present to her? Alright, well, I'm sure that'll come up later. Did we already examine that? We can take a look at this. Can I undo the screws? Looks like I have to take this back part off to put a photo inside. Back part off first to put a photo inside. It'd have to be a really small photo to fit in there. True. And that pale bluish stain. Why would there be poison on something like this? Well, there's one obvious reason. Whoever put poison in the coffee rubbed a bit on here, too. Rubbed a bit on here, too. It's not very obvious, Trucy. Can I take off the back so we can see what's in this? That might be all that we can do here, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's go to Sunshine Coliseum. This will probably reveal some stuff. October 7th, Sunshine Coliseum. Woohoo! This is it, Apollo! The place where magic and dreams converge! Just a while ago, it was the place where murder and nightmares converged. Let's go say hi to Uncle Valent. What about the case? Only a performer laughs like that.
Hey, young Miss Trucy! How often I hoped we'd meet again, only to tell myself it was an impossible dream! You could just, like, call.
Teehee, Uncle Valent. How's it going? I'm glad to see you, too.
Of course you are!
Humility is definitely not one of his stronger traits.
Well, Miss Trucy, how does the day find you? If you've come to get me flowers, do it after the show, I beg you.
Actually, we came to wish you good luck. And congratulations on your big magic show.
Oh, but it is I who wish to congratulate you. Not everyone is so lucky as to witness miracles such as the ones I shall perform.
Yeah, you're amazing. We get the picture.
The world will watch in wonderment as Magnifi's illusions are reborn. Here on stage by my hand. Who?
Everyone's talking about the big magic show. Is it true that the Gramarye Miracle is back after a 7-year absence?
Miss Trucy, I must apologize. This show and this honor, it should have been his.
Daddy.
My co-magician in training, Zach Gramarye. If that terrible thing hadn't...
It's okay.
Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If he were still alive, then I, Valent Gramarye, would have been proud to stand upon this stage as his assistant.
Thanks, Uncle Valent. You know, I'm happy you're doing the show. To think we get to see the great Magnifi's illusions again.
She really is looking forward to this, isn't she? Sudden return after 7 years feels so odd. Especially when 7 years prior is when Phoenix lost his license as a lawyer. Because he fabricated evidence. So, looks like this is all connected to that. We'll see. Anywho. My mentor, the magnificent Magnifi Gramarye, was a true deity among magicians. A creator god who gave birth to magic and illusions that defied our very imaginations.
I was so little when I last saw one, but I still remember his shows. He did wheelies in a sports car through the air above the audience, and then sped off to outer space, faster than the speed of sound. I'm guessing that memory was a bit embellished.
I don't know, Apollo, there are ghosts in this universe. You can do pretty much anything. For 7 long years, the world has been waiting for a miracle to match his. As heir to the Gramarye Troop secrets, it falls to me to provide one. It is my God-given destiny. Yes, you, Nameless Face who speaks for the nameless masses. How can I help you?
If the world was waiting, why did you hold off for 7 long years?
It appears the lad is uninformed. Perhaps you have heard of the magic known as law, which governs our land?
Ah, copyright. I have, though I'm not sure it qualifies as magic.
The performance of Magnafy's miracle was impossible. A certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more.
7 years. That phrase sure likes to pop up, doesn't it? And why was that?
A little matter called performance rights, Miss Trucy.
Yeah, copyright. Or something, kinda. Can you tell us about these performance rights?
Magnafy's magic relied on an incredibly innovative idea. A trick, if you will. That trick was considered his property, and as such was protected by property laws.
Intellectual property, maybe?
Magnafy knew this and bequeathed it in his will. To one person, your father, which is why I killed him, probably.
You mean him?
Yes. Miss Trucy, it was your father.
Have you got your hands wet and start acting like a bloodbender? It's very specific as a question, but to be honest, yes. I do that. It's fun. I still like the wavy motions, you know, like, yeah. Very specific question, but yes, I do that.
Miss Trucy, it was your father. Zach Gramarye was the inheritor of the Gramarye Miracle,
Which is why you killed him, probably. Daddy!
Yet, as you well know, he is gone. He disappeared suddenly 7 years ago.
I think I see where the story is going.
Once a person is classified missing for a certain period of time, they're considered legally deceased.
Correct?
In all absoluteness. Those rolled-up sleeves conceal your competence well, young man. That certain period of time of which you speak is 7 years.
Ah.
Yes, Miss Trucy, though it pains me to say it. This past spring, April to be precise, was the time. Your father was legally declared deceased,
So he's not necessarily dead, he's just gone. Intriguing. I was under the impression he was like dead.
In the absence of a formal will, the secrets of our mighty mentor Magnafy passed to me. This was, in fact, stipulated in the will by Magnafy himself.
Is that how it works, Apollo? Yeah, it's called death in absentia. He's declared missing. Permanently. Daddy. Let's ask him about this. I was wondering if you could tell me about this.
Why, that bears the Gramarye seal!
Uncle Valent, is something wrong?
Lucy, where did you get this?
Daddy gave it to me.
Your daddy?
My partner's at No, my other daddy, Phoenix Wright.
Why now? Why would your Lord Daddy...
Lord Daddy?
It's kind of stretching the whole archaic thing a bit. His signature upon the back. Do you recognize it? It belongs to none other than Zach Gramarye. I forgot in fact Trucy was a former orphan. Yeah. So did I. I think... Is Apollo also an orphan? I don't think he was, but... I don't know. I thought that might have been mentioned at some point.
What? Daddy signed this?
Might I be so bold as to open it?
I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. What's in this envelope, I wonder?
A challenge, is it? You wanting me to make that disappear? Very well, give it to me.
No, thanks. Are all magicians like this? Apollo, what was that look just now? I was just thinking how hard it is to get any information out of a magician.
Maybe this? Nope. I figured out the answer whether Apollo was an orphan or not, but apparently it's explained in the flashback, so I'll wait. Okay. Alright. What about this? Nope. So far, this is probably unrelated to the current case, but we'll see. But it can't be completely unrelated. It's probably somehow related to what's going on, but how? Maybe her dad was the painter guy. Guess we can go back to the studio with the Write Anything agency. Let's try this. October 7th, Detention Center Visitors Room. Ah, you're here to see Vera Misham? Yes, that's right. She's in the medical office at the moment.
Medical office? Is she okay?
She's just lying down. That she didn't feel so good. I'm sorry, but I can't allow any meetings at the moment. Most annoying client ever. You have not met some of Phoenix's clients, Apollo.
Guess we should come back.
Maybe I present the, this thing? Emma, I was wondering if you could take a look at this. Look, I'm a detective. A detective! You can't just ask me any old thing and expect an answer, okay? I think you need to be a little more focused in your inquiries. Scientific, even. Oh, I knew she'd get around to science. Are we going to test for poison again? Why not? Just to be sure. But you found your clue already. Isn't that enough? The stuff isn't cheap, you know. I bet she doesn't have a lot of spending money. I bet she spends it all on snackoos. Emma, about this. Oh, that! Yes, why that's bright red envelope. It sure is jumpy.
Someone opened this, didn't they?
Was it you, Emma? Was it you? Did you open this? My lips are sealed. Your lips are sealed? That's a first. You mean, you know what's inside the envelope? Sure, I read it after all. Yep.
Ah, you mean you were the one who ripped this open? Ha! Please, I would have steamed it open.
Oh yeah, like Trucy said.
She did sneak a peek at it, apparently. Know that I have a powerful weapon on my side. Weapon? Yes, the use of tools. Highly specialized tools for information gathering.
Tools I wouldn't mind getting my hands on.
You should try flattering her, Apollo. They say a little praise can open big doors.
Never heard that one, but it's good advice. Try talking to her some more.
About that envelope we found, I was wondering if you could help us out with that tool you were mentioning.
You want to know about my tool, do you? That sounded oddly sexual, but anyway. It's called an X-ray analyzer. X-ray? Like the X-rays you get at the dentist? That's right. At least that's what I call it. Huh? It has a real name, but it's much more complicated. The X-ray spectralization... something. How am I supposed to remember all that? So basically it lets you see inside things like envelopes? That's right. You're sharp, Trucy. But it's a bit more complicated than that. In practice, of course. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not really sure how it works scientifically. Can I try it out, Emma? Please? Oh, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself. Alright, let's give it a spin, Apollo. Yarg! What are you doing? I was just seeing if I could see through your hair. But it's like lead. Point that thing at me anymore and it might all fall out. Then I wouldn't need an X-ray machine to see through it. Let's just get down to business, shall we? Right, let's test it on a sample first. Just so happens that I have a lottery ticket here. You set the sample in the device like so. I don't see anything. Patience, there's no need to get all antsy. Look at the right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope. Layer view? Layer view? You've got to set it to display the outside of the envelope now, see? Actually, it's quicker to just give you a try. Turn that dial there with RS, 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 RS for me, would you? That's right. That's how you choose what depth you want to scan. Hey, I got something! See? That's how you can read the letters on the ticket inside. Cool, huh? Except, I can't read them. Just turn the dial a little more. What you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't really flat at all. When you zoom in that much, you see that paper is like a bunch of hills and valleys. Wow, really? This X-ray device uses a beam with a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. It breaks cards down into thin layers so it can only show what's written on that layer. I'm not entirely following you, but what good is it if you can't read anything? That's why we go on to step 2. Try rubbing the image a bit, if you would. Rubbing? Like going over the image with LS, LS while holding A? There, that fixes the image on the screen. Now turn the dial again, just a little. Good, now you can rub this image to fix it too. Hey, I get it. We just keep doing this until we've got the whole thing. Got it now, yeah, alright. Exactly, not bad. Neat, let's do some more. Zero 0016, got it. I think I just got it. It says lottery 0016. Try again. There we go. We got to the top layer. All right. Okay, let's print this one out. Lottery number 16, try again. Does this mean I have to buy another one to win? Well, it's Emma's ticket, let her buy another one. It's okay, there's no need. But see, this is the true hidden power of my weapon. Neat, huh? Now let's try it out on the real thing, shall we? There we go. see a little bit more. To Drew Misham. Mr. Drew Misham, I've deposited the $100,000 in this designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Okay, let's print this one out. Someone deposited $100,000 in the Mr. Misham's account? His paintings must be really valuable. There's another page in there. Gotta take a look? Bet I do. If you're going to read someone else's mail, you might as well read it all. Not a good way to go through life, but sure. Here's the second page. Yep, alright. Sign the something or other. Sign this paper and send the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you to speak of this to no one. Ah. So it was a letter about payment for one of his paintings. Why all the secrecy, though? And what? Why was this letter the only one in here? It's 7 years old, right? Maybe it had some special significance to him? Well, Emma? Well, indeed. She knows something she's not telling us. Looks like she's keeping mum about it. Red envelope uploaded. Red envelope uploaded. This game was officially short-circuited in my brain. Basically, we just found out that the guy sent a painting for $100,000 7 years ago, but we don't know why or why he kept the letter. So, Emma, I was wondering, what's the story about this reporter that came here for a story the night of the crime? I'm afraid I can't tell you because he's going to be a witness tomorrow, I hear. I thought so. I'll never forget that face, but what was his name? Oh, right. Brushel. Spark Brushel. Like a brush? Okay. Brushel. He's after a scoop to sell it to the papers. What's a game you experienced the honeymoon phase of and immediately dropped it afterward? Let me think. Maybe not immediately, but definitely games like Fortnite and Apex and Marvel Rivals. Like, I played it a lot at first, and then after a while I was just kind of like, I don't really play multiplayer games, and I just kind of fell off of it. And I don't think any of those games are bad. I just, I don't know. Multiplayer games, they're multiplayer only, just don't really sit with me for that long, you know? So a reporter comes from an interview with a painter. His first interview ever, and that night, he's killed. Seems strange to you? Really strange. Yeah, they probably should have arrested the interview guy. It does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could. Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too. He said something about covering a magician. Oh, that's why we can go to the Coliseum. Okay, yeah, got it. Magician? Well, if it's not about Trucy, then that leaves only one other person. There are only 2 magicians alive, of course. It wasn't Valent Granbury by any chance, was it? Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up, I hear. So he's out interviewing Valent Granbury. Looks like I'll be heading out to that Coliseum again sooner than I thought. Here, I'll give you that reporter's card if you want. That's just me with shooters in general. I don't like multiplayer games all that often, aside from the things that require more thought than physical stats. I get it, yeah. Rachel's card added to the court record. Alright, off to the stadium, or Coliseum. So a journalist was here on a story? All eyes in the universe are upon my stage. All pens seek to commit its mysteries to paper.
His name is Brushel.
Brushel.
I think he remembers him. He doesn't look too happy about it.
Brushel, that cloying smell of mint when he smiles, yes.
Can you tell us more about it? What did he want?
And now... probably the last bit of pre-trial stuff. A man by that name called on me just now.
Just now?
Valiant's vision is always toward tomorrow. Valiant's feet step always forward. That is all.
That's all? Very confusing.
I am to perform a big magic show, yes? I wanted someone to cover it.
Legal system is like this. What do you think the news corporations are like? Probably even worse. Somehow.
Yet he had ears only for that incident.
That incident?
In any case, I requested that the rapacious reporter remove himself. So a painter has died, what of it? It is but a footnote in the footlights compared to the magic of Gramarye.
Uncle Valiant, do you know where the reporter went?
I recommended he visit that place popular with penalized perpetrators.
Detention center?
He was a rude individual. Might I see that card?
Sure?
He would tear apart my respectability. I will tear apart him.
Ooh, here comes Apollo. Uncle Valiant's big magic trick. Is he going to fix the card? Not sure that qualifies as big magic. What happened to the big magic?
Ha 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 ha! Is it not more miraculous for it to stay ripped?
No. He must have really not liked that journalist.
Now the time has come when I must return to make my predestined. Now the time has come when I must return to make my prestidigitation. What the fuck is a prestidigitation? My prestidigitation preparations. That's the best take we're getting. Fuck it. By your leave, Miss Trucy.
Thanks, Uncle Valiant.
He's the culprit. He's absolutely the culprit. 3 days from now, make ready for a miracle.
What do you think that journalist was after? And why did Valiant react like that to this envelope? I think it's time to pay the detention center another visit.
Oh boy. What's this guy like? Hey, Phoenix. October 7th, Detention Center. Visitor's Room.
I think I hear what you're saying. We're all doing it for the money. End quote.
No, not at all.
Looks like someone's already meeting here. Maybe that reporter?
Oh, this fucking guy. Never seen him before, but I kind of don't want to.
Hey there, how you doing? Who might you be? Sorry, we didn't know someone was already here. Note that he is a feather pen, kind of like that other guy. Talk about I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey. You're Justice? You? You, know me? Prestidigitation, magic tricks performed as entertainment. Oh! Well, that makes sense, yeah. Prestidigitation, got it. Do I know you? Of course I know you! There's down witnesses on stand until they spill beans. End quote. That's not true. What's he writing? That man off my screen, yeah, I don't like him. Not to judge books by their cover, but I'm judging a book by its cover right now. Are you a reporter by any chance? Whoa, you're a Trucy! Am I famous? Oh yeah! Trucy Wright hates carrying a bag. With everything she owns in a hippopotamus, end quote. Eek, that's so not true! Just hold on to your breeches there. I'll wrap up this interview in a jiffy. Honestly, do not blame Valiant for tearing up this guy's card now.
I'm not fond of him.
Interview?
So, God, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms is my life. What else could I possibly need? End quote. No! How many times do I have to tell you this? Look, I've got work to do. You deal with him.
Did you come here to interview the guard?
Oh, wait, what a pickle! Accused wouldn't talk, I had to interview someone to go plumb crazy. End quote. There's books by the covers. This man is a billboard of fuck no. Yeah, you know, that's a good point. Sometimes the cover's accurate. Sometimes it's warranted.
Huh?
There she is. I should have guessed. Where are my manners? Name's Brushel, Spark Brushel. I'm not picky. Journalist just closes his eyes, writes, end quote. What's with that nauseatingly strong mint smell every time he grins? Until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what thrilling is. Wild romp through crossroads of mayhem, madness, end quote. I can see that. He's writing something again. Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something. I kind of don't want to talk to him. You know what? Maybe we just save this guy for next time. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Arrowhead, your favorite VTuber Android. I hope to never see this guy again, even though I know I'm going to have to. And I hope to see you all at my next stream sometime this week. Have a lovely morning, day, or evening. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. Keep an eye out for my schedule tomorrow, and goodbye for now.